forget.
Just relax, man.
This is a Cosmic Octave original podcast.
Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books kicking out and banging chicks and drinking booze
No, not
and
me.
smoking
Not
weed.
me. I'm married.
Do we have to wait for the theme
Jake
to talk about that? Yeah.
No,
Oh,
I told you,
panel
I'm
off
already
topic
forgetting.
with Jake and Tyler.
I know it's
So
something
what
about
I
racism.
I'm Jake. That's Tyler. This is Lou.
What I really like about the
Third
Reese's-
timer, by the way. High five.
I'm a regularly
How many are you?
occurring guest.
How many are you?
3 times.
Nice.
You are
So
a good guy.
the Reese's, okay, like you get the mini
Those are Inglourious
Reese's
Bastards.
or
reference.
the trees or the snowmen, whatever. The ratio is always perfect. Somebody
Yes.
figured out a fucking formula for Reese's that's like you have to have, no matter what size, this ratio of peanut butter to this ratio of
I
chocolate.
watched an episode of How It's Made, and it was a Halloween episode, so they were doing the Reese's Bats.
Mm.
And that's the first time I even knew they did bats.
Right.
Because I've always seen the pumpkins. And then I saw the bats. I was like, dude, that's fucking wild.
So,
I went to
okay.
the store and got the pumpkins
Right.
and the bats.
So you think about it, and you have like a regular Reese's cup, and that's kind of a thin layer of chocolate. But then you get like one of the unwrapped minis, and you bite like into it to see what it looks like. And there's a lot more chocolate than peanut butter, but somehow that tastes the same as the big Reese's cup.
Because
How?
I like...
It doesn't look the same.
Dude, it's creamier
Yeah,
and it's softer in the shapes. Because when you have...
I do like a Reese's peanut. Yeah,
Because like the regular cups, the edges are like hard, and like the chocolate hardened. So I feel like
Yeah.
they use a different recipe.
there's something
for
about
it.
there's something that they
'Cause
do,
it's
but it's
creamier
perfect
and it's
every
softer,
fucking time.
Yeah, because
You know what I'm gonna get on the way home is a fucking Reese's peanut butter cup. God damn it!
Get the big cup, dude. Get the big
They got
cup.
the big cups with the Reese's Puffs in
I
them?
don't know, just
They're
a
kinda
regular, just a regular.
So
You know what,
clearly-
Reese's? Slow down. I'm gonna get. I was not you, Reese's. Slow down,
Pump the
Reese's.
brakes, friend.
Slow down, Reese's.
Yeah.
Because they got all these crazy like potato chip fucking. Okay, I'm gonna get a regular. You know what? I'll bet you I can't even find one. Not like the good old days when you can find a regular old Reese's peanut butter cup. Now they got potato chips and M&Ms and shit.
I'll eat your ass.
Anyway, welcome back to Off Panel Off Topic.
No, but I do like a classic.
So clearly,
Right?
Hey,
But
hey,
Like a Lay's.
Sticks are good.
Hey.
Lay's.
Yeah, man.
Guys.
Coke,
Guys.
Coca-Cola. They should put classic on a Reese's peanut butter cup from now
Fuck
on.
yeah.
Because it is a go-to candy bar.
Oh fuck yes, dude. We
Yeah,
have
reel it back
we have
in.
special
Get 'em on track.
like it's been a long
Wait,
time.
hold on.
Which
Isn't
is
that
funny. We
Oh,
should have had a
shit.
Reese's.
We gotta listen to the words. Everybody doop a dark doop doop doop. It's a fun song. What's up, bro?
All right. Anyway, what were you saying,
Okay.
Tyler?
So what's in my mouth? We have a special What's in My Mouth. There's not like a super lot of news or whatever to talk about this week or shows out. By the time we do Last of Us and whatnot, it's way too late. So we don't review that or
Yeah.
whatever. You do, but
Not really.
So yeah, whatever.
Not anymore.
Look,
Life happens.
Look, like I didn't hold a gun to these guys' head and say, "Hey, have families," okay? So it's not my problem.
Wow.
Yeah, he did. He was there during conception. Like
I figured I'd go there. I figured I'd go there early so that we'd get it out of the way. Okay, so this week we have a 2-part "What's in My Mouth," and can we play the song twice? No, we already played it once.
It's just a bed now.
We'll just let's do one and then play it over.
We just
again.
did it again. We just did it.
You're the worst producer.
How am I? You.
No, I'm.
At least we got.
You turned it all the way down.
Not loud enough.
Other thing, you played like. Oh, that's it. Okay, I thought you were playing like a regular sounder, and I was like, you turned it all the way down. Okay.
Who's the producer now? You son of a
I don't
bitch.
know, but fucking.
Hey man, this is a family show.
You're right, Luke. I'm sorry.
Fuck
So,
that, dude.
yeah. So,
That's what you're thinking, huh?
M&M's. Around the holidays, everybody goes nuts.
Pizzagate.
And
That's
so
probably
we
why
got
you wanted to order pizza, Jake.
Reese's peanut butter, or no.
That's why you gave me a dirty look when we actually went and got pizza.
Reese's peanut butter flavored M&Ms. Nope. We have marshmallow crispy treat, marshmallow Rice Krispies flavored M&Ms
Marshmallow treat.
to the layman.
You ever had a Nutter Butter peanut butter sandwich cookie?
It'll be good for.
If you
us-
fucking
for
say that again,
M&M.
I'm gonna wash your goddamn mouth out with soap. Don't you ever say those
Oh,
words
yes.
to me. There was a dirty word in
Nutter
there somewhere,
butter or
wasn't there?
nutty buddy.
There was a dirty word in there somewhere,
It's
right?
Nutty Buddy.
I heard it.
There's
Nutty
two different
butter.
things. There's two different things.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I
they're
thought they were
little
saying the cookie
tiny.
or the-
Okay,
the-
they're little tiny ones.
was like
Okay.
Easter.
Yeah, well, they're okay. So they're supposed to taste
Yeah,
like
because marshmallow
they're
is like
supposed
the
to taste like
unsung
Rice
hero of
Krispies,
Easter.
right? They're supposed to taste like Rice Krispies.
Did you see the peep flavored Pepsi?
I want to try it, but
Out
I'm
of
not
Okay,
going
curiosity.
to.
let's do this. The Rice Krispie flavored M&Ms.
Yeah. Not bad.
Ooh.
It tastes like a wedding to me, like a wedding cake. You know?
Okay, so it's like a big piece of rice that they kind of puffed and then coated with candy and a outer candy shell.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody's gonna listen to this episode.
Dude,
I
tastes
wonder
like
if you put them in a bowl of milk, they'll
Tastes
pop.
like-
Like
tastes like a wedding.
You know, you got like wedding treats and stuff.
Tastes like a divorce to me. Tastes like shit.
tastes like the worst decision of my life.
So it doesn't taste like 7 years lost. Tastes like half of my house is gone.
You know what it tastes like? Prenup.
All right, next thing.
Tastes like cheap beer and lots of masturbation. All right, here we go.
Wow.
Hey,
I'll get the tissues.
Dude,
Butler? I like them. They're good.
they're good, but they don't really taste like Rice Krispie treats. You know what I mean? They don't. Do they? Hey, do they really taste like Rice Krispie treats? I don't think so. They taste like.
They taste like a wedding.
It tastes like a cupcake.
I don't think they taste like Rice Krispies.
It tastes more like a cupcake because
yeah,
the chocolate is like
that's what I was
frosting.
gonna say.
Right. So on that note,
Hence a wedding cupcake.
on that note, I say no. I say boo.
It's like a
Boo,
cake pop.
M&Ms.
It's like a
Boo.
cake pop from your local.
Boo.
yeah,
Starbucks.
False.
Cake pop. Good example.
False.
yeah.
False advertising. You should have called it cake pop.
What?
I give it. Okay, and then we got another one. But wait, we got to give our ratings. Remember?
Oh,
So I give it a no.
so you say
Garbage, yeah. Nothing but garbage, guy.
See, I'm gonna go ahead and say no as well.
Because nothing but garbage, guy.
as a M&M and a flavor in itself, it's pretty good. I would say yes. If
It's
it was
good candy.
if
but
it-
it's not a Rice Krispie.
exactly if
Yeah.
it was marketed as a cake pop or something cake flavored, I would have been all for it. It's good. It's great.
Right.
But it's Rice Krispie. I'm expecting Rice Krispie. I didn't get that.
I'm
so gonna
willing
say
to
no.
check. I'm willing to check my pride at the door, dude.
Nice.
Positive review for me. I liked it.
All right. So let's do the sounder again.
That's new.
Really?
Jake's usually a hater.
I worked hard on this
Fuck
song.
you,
All right.
See, this is the type of song.
My
you
whole
should be
goal
put
when I came over here
around.
today was to at least spend at least 50% of my time making you guys listen to my music.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Anyway, what do we got now?
Which that song was a fucking banger, dude.
So we have cake
Can't
bites.
talk about it.
We have cake bites, right? And we've had cake bites on the show before. We've
Big
had,
fans. Positive
This
reviews.
is perfect because they come in 3 bites in each package.
So
and
we all get one.
we always have one left over. So
3 is a magic
Here,
number.
take
Dude,
one.
you know what's still great?
Hmm.
Ashley and I have been watching those like Schoolhouse.
what the hell? Already? No.
What'd you
Sorry, man.
do?
Nothing. No, it's the cake, man.
It's melting.
Yeah.
I think we should keep these refrigerated, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll put them in the refrigerator.
Anyway,
So these
shout
are,
out to Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah, so
Like
these are
cinnamon.
and vanilla cakes, cinnamon jelly, cinnamon frosting, and bounty sprinkles.
All right, took a bite.
I took like a
That's
piece
okay.
of
I thought
frosting on
you were
accident.
doing
I'm
like
oh,
it
it's
sucked. Like, oh god, this is horrible.
That's weird. It's like
like a cinnamon roll.
like a gingerbread. And what kind of gingerbread?
Mm.
It's more of a tiramisu.
I get that. I get that a lot. You know, and here's the thing.
I kind of want to eat it with like a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Like I feel like these are a breakfast cake.
Fuck yeah, man.
Like a good carrot cake or a coffee cake. I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Get out of here, Belvita. You know the coffee cook or the breakfast cookies.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, they're not good.
No,
It's
these
like
are. I give these a big thumbs up, man.
Dude,
The
this
So
is
bounty.
if you just like eating a piece of cardboard with like dried fruit.
Yeah.
Turn that shit up.
For me,
Nice.
Tyler.
These
Nice.
These bounty sprinkles are kicking my fucking ass,
Good for you, too,
dude.
dude. I like it.
And all across the board. Wow.
Wow.
This is a would buy.
Oh
I
my
would
God.
buy.
I would buy those.
Pretty tasty.
Now
Pretty
there
tasty.
is okay.
But
So
I like
we-
what you said. Coffee with that.
Yeah,
Mwah.
like a
Right,
cup
we've had-
coffee,
we've
little
done-
vanilla,
we've done-
maybe a little cinnamon roll.
Welcome back to food porn.
we've done cake bites before quite a few times, and
What's in my food porn?
it seems like that's every time there's something to market from now on. There's going to be a cake bite. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah. Because
So
they had
a cake bite. They had
Justice
a Grogu
League
one.
and
Is this like-
Avengers.
Right, they had a Grogu one that was like green apple jelly and stuff. I'm like,
No.
I don't give a
what's
shit. how
What's the
cute.
company? The parent brand?
I think it's shit.
It's not Little
Sara
Debbie.
Lee, I think.
Ooh.
No, it's
Excuse me.
Cookies United.
Mm.
Wow, they unionized.
Wow.
Right?
That's hilarious.
Fucking
That's fucking awesome.
good for them motherfuckers, man.
It's like the
We're gonna
United
get the
Nations,
goddamn.
dude.
We're gonna get the goddamn recognition we deserve as cookie makers.
Yes, it's oatmeal raisin here.
You have rights. Unions are good.
The sugar cookies over there. Yes, bitch.
Wow.
Yeah. He's slay queen.
Because I
What are we talking about?
unrelated. It's not trying to be mean or anything, or like
Do you want to get the segments out of the way and do
demographic
the?
type shit. But a sugar cookie would be the LGBTQ. Just saying.
I'm gonna cut your mic.
Do you want to get the wow? Do you want to get the segments out of the way and just do it up?
What segments?
That's the other segment we have today.
Well, I thought we were talking about the Dilbert stuff.
We can talk about that afterwards. We already did. I'm
I
saying
really want to stop reading this.
do all the segments right now, and then do whatever later.
No respect for the dead, dude.
Jesus Christ! Sorry. That's exactly the reaction you should have. Oh, it fades out on its own.
Kind of wants me to let my hair out and do a little headbang.
I'm a professional. I faded it out.
All right. Anyway, Tyler, what's okay? Let's confession. Okay, I didn't have time to read the book before the recording.
I didn't know it was a requirement, so I'm doing it now.
Well, we should read it.
Tyler read it.
Right, but it actually is serendipitous because we came up with a really cool way to do the Mayhem Comic of the Week, which is, I already read it. What?
I just said that.
We hadn't.
He's explaining it further.
Right.
You gave the cliff notes. He's doing the full
All right.
report.
I read it already.
No,
and
he's just doing this to talk shit.
Oh, I know. I love it. Let's go.
Luke is started to read it when we started doing the podcast, and he started having these out loud thoughts, and it was like, hey, wait a second. Jake came up with a great idea. Why don't we? And I think it was. I'll give him credit, even though I think it was just laziness. But
Wow. Okay.
but
No, talk about your fucking book, dude. It's cool.
Wow, dude.
so just to talk
Look,
a little
you
bit.
don't give these guys a chance.
Listen,
Who's going to give us a chance?
listen, Lucas
Wow.
Fortune and Sam Toast. So
Luke Stradamus over there.
earlier this week on Wednesday, I went in to get my books, and I said, "Hey, what do you got for me this week?" And here's the funny thing: she took me to the where all the independent books are, and she pulled
Or the
Grew
videos.
the Wanderer off of the thing, and I said, "Actually, I need that because I'm reading that." So that was kind of funny because she was going to suggest that.
This was a Mayhem where?
In Clive, Iowa, I believe. I think it's Clive,
Yeah.
or it might be Windsor.
I just don't know
Heights.
if you mentioned it yet, so I just want to make sure we got that.
You know, it should be Des Moines. You should be
Yeah.
able to find it that way.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Des Moines.
yeah.
don't you
so then-
get off the pod. They're gonna
So
kill
then
you.
she went over to
Des Moines.
this other section
Back at 'em.
and pulled this one off, and I think there was bulls in the cover, bulls with horns. And I was about to say, "Oh, that looks neat," but then I stopped myself because I'm like, I don't want to influence anything at all. What they give us.
Mhm.
That's the point of the Mayhem Book of
my
the Week,
first
is that we're
impression
getting
of this
something
book.
we normally wouldn't read. If it's something that I think is cool, that's maybe something that I would pick up, and I don't want that. I want something that I might
Excuse
not.
me. All right. What's
So,
the book?
The book is Black Tape. It's out of AWA Comics, and it's Dan Panosian.
American Wrestling Association.
Right, and Dan Panosian's the writer. Who's the other guys? Can you say the?
Dalibor.
He's Croatian. Can you say it? I can say it if you want.
Here we go.
Jeez.
I don't even-
Dalibor Talajic and Ive Svorchina. And it's one of 4.
I don't know if that's right, but we'll
It's one of 4, and I'll say this. And Luke, while we're talking, obviously, just shout out your impressions, because he's actually reading the book currently while we're doing this. So, I'll say this: it's not my style. It started to be my style, like the whole like
It's pretty
pinball
slow
wizard
already.
stuff shit was
I'm a couple
cool.
pages in.
Yeah.
I'm like,
But the whole pinball wizard shit at the beginning was cool, and the idea of did you read the little blurb on the front
yeah,
like cover?
The dedication.
Like everybody's
Oh,
dying.
I didn't read that.
Oh, read
I
that,
read
dude.
this.
Read that.
Before rock and roll legend Jack King died, he recorded one last song.
Oh.
People are dying to hear it.
That's a cool premise, right? Like,
That's
yeah.
pretty cool, because now I get a little bit more
See,
idea
if
what's
you would
going
have read
on.
that before you started reading it, you would have had more in. Yeah, see, that's yeah.
And it's cool because it looks
You
like
gotta
a
read all
fucking,
the
like
credits
a,
and
like a
stuff. Yeah.
The-
concert poster
and
where it's
the-
like, hey, these are this tours.
And the P in the tape looks like the Antichrist.
Wow.
So cool. So cool.
Well, they can't see it. It's audio, you dick.
No,
No.
I dig it. I dig it.
So
Still fucking weird as shit. 'Cause whoever wrote it, I mean,
I'll
obviously
say
we just
this:
said who did it.
it doesn't pick up very quickly throughout the first issue, and the big reveal at the end of the first issue. Sorry, but to me was not like anything that made me want to read number 2.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Ouchie.
ouch. Mm.
Listen, these books are not all going to be winners. There are
No,
going to be.
no,
I'm-
right.
I'm
not
saying-
everything's gonna be for you. Yeah.
There's a lot of words
But that's
in
the
these
point. I
bubbles
want
right now.
to expand my horizons.
No, and it's more fun if you pick art that you're not used to. In it challenge you in a different way and makes you think, well, why
like
don't
the
I
i-
like
yeah,
this? Or
I
why,
like, mhm,
you know?
I like the idea of the story and like the premise of the story is like, oh, that's cool, right? Like it's rock and roll, like that's totally up my
Okay,
alley.
so what is the premise of the first issue?
It's basically it looks like his wife, the wife of the Jack King. Was it Jack King?
Yes.
As
It's
Jack
right
Knight?
after he died,
Like I
and
said,
so
the people
they're
that
going.
wrote it,
Yeah,
their names for these people are really like
they're
on the
kinda bad.
nose and shit. Because first of all, I feel like Sam Toast at some time we're gonna find out that he toasted Jack. He's the one that killed him.
Oh yeah,
So
he-
it's like
he
a
toasted
reveal,
him,
like
yeah.
he's the one that
because the
then-
guy who owns
'cause
the
Lucas,
record company.
Lucas Fortune
Yep.
is. Hey, by the way, if you didn't know, this guy's got a lot of money because he owns a record deal. You got to put name him Fortune.
I love it.
And then like okay,
He's gonna be so much more mean about
but
this.
there's
I feel,
another
than
thing.
you will.
There's another thing
But that's
too.
what's great.
Is as soon as this chick picks up Jack's like widow,
Yeah,
she starts like talking about how hot he was and how awesome it was and how lucky she is
to have
because
fucked him.
yeah, because she was like, I wanted that ass, you know. and then they're going to the funeral and they get to the cemetery and before they walk in, the people are talking about not meeting the parents and like
Yeah.
I've only met his wife once. And then this dude's just like, yeah, she's nice, nice looking too.
Yeah.
like
When is this set? Do they ever specify?
70s maybe. That's the
yeah.
vibe I'm getting.
this guy.
It doesn't
this
have a
chick-
date on it, does it?
I don't think so.
I like the-
I'm
The
getting
cars, the cars look. It kind of looks like
the hairstyles.
the animated series like Batman. Like it's older, but it's like newer.
70s
I would say so.
because the hairstyles and the
The
clothing
hairstyles
styles.
and
And
like,
he
this
kind of looks
car
like
is,
Robert
like,
Plant a little
classic.
bit, like
Mm.
especially on the cover. But yeah, I mean, if you're telling me, okay, like the cover tells me that it's going to be revealed that Jack King like made a deal with the devil and that's why he's dead and it's a perfect song and you know all these people are trying to get at it and stuff. But that's not really made clear. There's underlying tensions and underlying like, ooh, that's, you know, watch that guy. But there's nothing concrete throughout the first book at all. The first. And at the end, you know, she reveals, or there's a reveal that she finds something out or whatever, but it's not really clear what she finds. And it's not when she handed me the book, she was like, it's kind of rock and roll. It's kind of a cult, kind of horror. You know, I'm like, oh, cool, horror.
Yeah.
There's really not that much horror except for like maybe the last couple pages. And it's not really horror. It's more a cult, more like
Supernatural.
more like Scarlet Witch,
Hmm.
you know?
You wanted more blood and guts?
You were talking about slashers and whatnot.
Yeah.
No, I just I want something that unsettles me, and this doesn't unsettle me because it's a story as old as time, selling your soul to the devil. If that's what the thing is, it's not made clear what it is at all. It's just, I mean, there's a lot of talking, and you
like I said before, there's a lot of words in each bubble. Like,
Yes.
there's a lot of dialogue.
It's
you
like
get a
book.
lot
Yeah.
of talking about what's going on and who this is and why.
Okay, would you say that it's like too much exposition while they're talking?
Maybe.
Like
What do you think, Luke?
Lore heavy stuff.
Yeah, I think so. But what do you think? You're reading it right now. What's your take on why there's so many exposition? Or?
I mean, the only thing I can understand is that it's the first issue, so we gotta
Get everything out.
Like they kind of thought to themselves, like, there's a lot of backstory we need to get to before we can get to the main shit. So let's just put the first issue out with as much
yeah.
explanation.
I'll
as
give
we
number
can.
2 a chance just to see if there's anything more to it. But if the second issue is just like this, man, fuck you.
Is
dude.
it like a situation with like Black Adam and Ant-Man and the Wasp where they have to have scenes where they have to have a lot of exposition to kind of get the like main audience that on board of like what's happening because there's a lot to
But there's
unpack.
better ways to do it, right? I mean, this is kind of pedestrian how they're doing it.
I also feel like it's gonna end up being a whodunit type shit
Well, here's
because like we already
Right.
got this bodyguard that he had a
right.
falling
Who
out
did
with.
it? Who killed
And
Jack?
then
Yeah,
Lucas Fortune, she mentioned that he's kind of a weird, like, kind of an asshole.
that's like made
Sam
clear,
Toast,
right?
just like it's kind of a little too on the nose because because
Toast.
I
Yeah.
toasted him, I burned
He's
him up, he's in
toasted,
hell
man.
now,
He's toasted.
and he's fucking probably high.
Yeah, there's better ways to do it
Toasted,
than
bro.
this. I just
That's unfortunate.
no. It's just. I mean, if
No,
you're
I never want anything to be bad.
it's not bad, but to make something clear,
Just not your taste?
Dan Panosian is the writer, and I know him from he was one of the understudies of Rob Liefeld in the very early days of Image. So when he couldn't finish a book, which was every fucking book he ever fucking did,
wow.
because fucking Rob Liefeld sucks.
Jack, you were a king.
He
Long
he
live
would
the king.
he would draw those guys. He would draw those books because he drew exactly like Liefeld did with like little variations.
That was a line from the book, by the way.
He has parlayed that into a long career with Marvel and DC as an artist. Now, if he's anything a writer like Liefeld is, this is a shit book, and I'm not going to read any more of it.
Wow.
But I wouldn't say it's shit because, again, it was something that I've never seen. The art is really cool.
Yeah.
The premise is really neat. It's just it doesn't grab me enough to want to read number 2. I don't want to say it's a shit book because it's not. It's just not for me, and it doesn't make me want to read number 2. Again,
I think the art is great.
art is great. The premise
Just
is
on what I've
great,
seen.
but too much exposition and just getting me to know these characters. That's fine, but there's better ways to do that. And there's more clever ways to just say everything.
This fucking hoe bimbo from the road. I'm assuming she's a roadie because she fits the demographic. But she just after his funeral, she just invited like all these fucking crackheads and weirdos to the fucking house. And they're just like drinking all the
Yeah, isn't that
booze.
weird?
And she's
All
just
these
like, oh
random-
no, he would have wanted this. So I'm kind of thinking she's a suspect to get his money because she didn't rewrite
It
the
sounds
will.
like you're starting to like the book now.
It's not
Because
bad. I don't
they
wanna
had
say
just
it's
gotten
bad.
together.
No, yeah.
They just got married.
It's
so
just-
apparently,
It's
there's
not something
no
that
real
you
will,
are
but, like,
invested in.
If
she's
somebody
probably gonna
said,
schmooze her way in to try and get some shit.
if somebody said, it seems to me that they've been friends for a while though. Is the dynamic I get?
So I,
Not
like I
that
said, I
she's
feel
some
like she's
random-
banging him on the road.
Maybe.
And like
Yeah.
she was
Maybe.
his like floozy.
If somebody was to say, "Hey, I'll give you, you can have number 2 just to see what it's like, to see if it changes or gets better or whatever," then I would give this a lot more credit.
But you don't
But
have
I-
the curiosity to go out and get it
No,
right out.
Not
just like
really.
You have to read it.
not really.
Get another bimbo. Oh, nice.
I mean, I think you should read. I mean, we have the book, so we don't have to like give it back, so you can read it anytime. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling about it. How you feeling
Mr.
about
Fortune.
it, Luke?
Ooh, there's a little
You know what?
demonic symbolism around his house.
I do think
setting it up.
I should read it. So I think I will read it and give like my separate take on it.
Ooh, yeah.
In a video for like
That's
a YouTube or
content.
something. Content.
That's king.
Because I do think it's important that we both read the book and because maybe I end up liking it. I never know.
But like,
you haven't spoiled anything for me, so I could.
no,
read
no,
it if I want.
and to be really honest, like this actually was a cool dynamic to kind of get around that. Because yeah, I mean, I don't want to. The last thing I want to do is make people sit in my car and listen to shit. So like making you read a book while we're waiting to do the podcast is like, come on, let's get the show on the road. So this actually works out really well because you're reading it. It's a cool dynamic. We get 3 different, and the more the more Luke's reading it, when he started, I don't think he was as much into it. But as he's reading it, like as he turns each page, he's getting
I feel
more
like
and
he's
more
getting
into
more
it,
involved in it than you
which
were,
is cool.
yeah.
That's
which is
cool.
awesome. That's different perspectives.
Right.
That's what art's all about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again, the art is beautiful. Yeah, the weird thing about the cover too is there's a lot of like, are they supposed to be celebrities like on the cover? Is that
looks like
Brendan
a lot
Fraser? There's another person on there.
Who was that artist? He worked for Marvel, and he had like a thing where he made characters look like actors. And he worked on Spider-Man for a while. What the fuck? And like Norman Osborn looked like Tommy Lee Jones and shit.
Oh, I don't know.
I can't remember who that was.
Diodato, maybe?
Maybe.
Mike Diodato, because he makes the singer look a lot like Robert Plant on the cover, and he did the cover.
So that's what I mean. Is I think
like that's totally.
I
Robert
think it's
Plant.
intentional to like look like a movie and have like these famous
so
look like these actors.
This part, like, what's this? Who is this fucking guy? I think this is like his
it's
manager.
kind of
it's
unclear the relationships from some of them too.
This dude like hands his widow fucking these pills. He's like, man, these pills will take the edge off, sweetheart. He's like, what are they? He's like, they're little elves. Call them magic helpers. Lord knows they've helped me plenty. I don't know why he's an old weird grizzly.
You can
dude,
tell
but
Luke reads to his kid because he was giving us voices. And you know what? That was fun. Painted a picture. You want to read an audiobook? You want to do an audiobook?
Do you want to paint it?
Yeah.
He's painting an audio picture.
Theater of the Mind.
I'm excited.
Wow.
I'm
I'd never. You know
aroused.
what's interesting too? I've never heard of AWA.
I haven't either.
Because I've heard it. Obviously there's Image, there's Boom, there's
Dark Horse.
Dark Horse. They're the usual ones that you'd think of, and then I've never heard of
I can't think of
AWA.
any other ones. I can't think of any other ones.
Yeah, those are kind of the big ones. I am interested enough to.
When I walk into Mayhem, they have the Marvel, the DC, and then the Independents.
Indies,
So I
'cause they're all
literally,
over.
I don't even. Once I see that it's DC, I'm like, I don't need to go any farther. I already looked at Marvel. I don't need to see shit.
Okay, Mister.
That's the point
Dude,
of the
the fucking
sponsorship,
pictures,
so we
though.
can broaden our. Because I
No,
I don't
it's probably
mind.
not a book I would.
I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind that I'm a Marvel shill, and at least I can admit it. Unlike some people on YouTube who can't admit what they really are, but I am a Marvel shill.
Right
I'm
now,
talking about
right
the
now, right now.
bigots and stuff.
Yeah. I'm in a point where
Mm.
I'm developing a possible thing. I think
It's called an
I
erection.
think that yeah, okay.
Whatever.
when a man really loves a woman.
Okay, so his house is super like satanic looking cuz
Yeah.
it's and like the way they got the windows, it's like red and like they're in the
Like
shadows.
pentagrams and
yeah,
shit.
it's like demon shit and everything. And she's like looking at the photo album as she's about ready to fucking. I'm assuming she's probably gonna try an overdose because she got all these pills. Just pop all of them. But I haven't, there's probably more to it. I haven't gotten there yet. But
I've never seen somebody do a live reading review. That's
so
interesting.
basically, what my thought process is at this
Slow
point, and the
news, man.
direction that we're going is he sold a soul
to rock and roll.
Yeah, he sold a soul to rock and roll. Anyway, he sold it to get one last banger hit, and as he was recording it, they cut his life source. They killed him,
Oh wow!
and they took
The
his soul.
demons took
They
his
took his soul to hell,
Mm.
but he put his heart and soul into the track. The
So he
final
stays
song.
alive with the last song.
He takes this final song and he continues to tell his wife, "Don't let them have it. Don't give it to Lucas. Don't let them put it out. Do it on our own terms."
Because then
our
he
own shit."
dies.
Because his contract is tethered to the
Well,
song.
now I really like it because he fucking popped the whole thing open for me just now.
you know what I'm saying?
That literally
His-
pops the
his-
whole fucking
his
book
contract
open.
with
that
with
makes
the
so
devil
much sense.
is tethered to the song.
Yes, that's
so if
why
it
she
is
doesn't.
released by
That's
them,
why. Yes.
then they take him. He's in
That's
he's in
awesome.
purgatory right now, and he's living on through the music.
Guess who
and the
doesn't get
rock.
symbolism?
Tyler Allen.
I got
I
chills,
literally,
so I do kind of want to
read
read
it
the
like
series.
I read it like kind
Yeah,
of.
now
I
I'm
don't know.
invested.
You're welcome, America.
You're welcome.
Sponsor
who wrote
me.
It? Who wrote it?
Sponsor
Dan
me.
Panosian.
Black tape.
Now I feel like a shithead for shitting all over him like he was an Image bitch.
Look.
when I'm just like, man, I wish I could write a story that cool.
Photo.
Oh, do
That's so
we have another what's in my
Photoshop your
mouth?
names a little bit more, and
Hey,
We should just play it every 10 minutes.
I think we should start playing out this segment with this.
Oh.
I'm gonna turn it down a little bit.
Okay, yeah, because it might be.
the demonic symbolism where like people are showing up to the house.
That's so hard.
I am.
I'm wet.
You were talking to me this week because again.
I'm sorry.
Slow news week. But you and I were talking,
Mm-hmm.
and
Side note. I like when they just have
he's
nothing
still
but-
in the mayhem segment.
nothing about pictures and like no words, but you can kind of like read her
the
expressions,
the
you read
visual
shit, and,
aspect.
like,
Yeah.
it's like 3 pages so far of nothing but just pictures, and like I'm getting kind of creeped out with all
See,
this shit.
like again, like none of this compels me, but what you figured out about the storyline like actually does compel me. But none of those last
Wow.
pages like compels me at all. I mean, it's
Oh,
good.
shit.
It's
Did I
cool
just fucking
art.
finish it?
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right, cool. All right, good, awesome. I'm invested, dude. I kind of want. I want issue 2.
You
Well,
know, tell your local comic shop
Now I'm definitely
in
reading it.
Oklahoma. That's a great part. We can read it later. Do you want
Yeah.
to take a second and read it before we?
No, I'll read it.
I honestly thought it was gonna be longer than that.
Oh,
That's why I was like, I don't want to read this
It's
shit. But
probably
then,
like
it feels long because of the first like 10 pages is like
but then
talking.
it ramps up at the
and
end.
then the ending has got like 5 like advertisements.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, this looks really
Yeah.
good.
It's a little bit of a slog at first.
I already played the
See-
sounder, but whatever.
Okay, but you gotta understand too. She's probably high as fuck too, going in through that because she took some loopy pills.
That's true.
She took some loopy pills.
Loopy pills.
Well, yeah, he called them magic elves.
So what you were
Took some
talking?
magic. She took some sleepy time juice.
So we were talking earlier.
Yes.
You Hoosiers.
We're talking about the Batman rule.
Yeah.
What is that?
Okay, so Dan Didio,
Did he? Dale
Didio.
Dimmadome.
Did he?
Dale Dimmadome.
did he? Oh. He was a publisher for DC for a long time, and you guys are both really big Batman fans.
Batman.
Like to a point where I
We
worry
did
about
a
it sometimes.
whole we did the Batcast.
You guys
which is
in-
on this feed.
If you
by
had
the
like
way.
a fraction,
Batman's the
and
greatest
you
of all
guys
time.
said like you guys and me, and like yours is like Batman and mine is Legos, like that's I worry about you guys sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Just worried.
Segue to something. I know we're gonna come back to it, but I told
That's a
you.
segue.
I
What'd
told
you think?
Jake when we were driving, and I said, "Dude, a music video for Tyler would be cool if we did like a stop motion, but as Legos."
I want to do that too.
He sounded so excited. Look, I want to do that. Too.
I do. No, I believe me, I've thought of it, but I'm just like I don't know like how I'd get that, but
Because
yeah.
like I thought I had the idea of like filming the exact same video, stop motion, and in like live action,
we
and like cutting it.
I
Together.
really want to do that Arigato video idea.
Oh yeah.
What was I talking about?
Jake being obsessed with Batman and
Yes.
So
the
Batman
apparently
rule.
for the decades and apparently since and before, Didio's kind of controversial for a couple things, but the main thing that he's trying to say is that there's always been a rule at DC that no more than 1/3 of the books that DC publishes can be Batman related or Bat family related.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that? Do you think that's true?
I think
'Cause
they're.
I see
I'm
a
not
lot
deep
of Batman titles
into
on the shelf when I go in
comic
the book.
books, and like I don't go to comic book stores
Gotcha.
a lot, so I kind of can't relate. But I do know that there's a fuck ton of Batman shit. Like that's part of the reason why I read, I know backstory, but I don't read a lot of comics because my whole idea is I'm overwhelmed with titles. So there's
if you
so
read,
many options,
yeah.
and I'm like,
my
I
God.
don't know what to get into.
If
I
you
know
tried
they're
to follow
redoing it again,
every
and
storyline every month, you'd be like, "Here's 19 books a week," and
What?
it's like that's not
That's what I mean.
sustainable.
Like,
What?
it's just so overwhelming.
It's not
to me.
sustainable.
What I told Tyler, because I've been reading through Jesus. I've been reading through
Dewey.
Zack Snyder's new 52 Batman run, and I was telling him it's like.
He wrote a comic book. I didn't
didn't
know
know
he
that.
could read.
Hey, I like Snyder.
Zack Snyder, right?
Yeah, the Scott Snyder is the one I'm talking about. He's the one who wrote the Batman books I'm talking about.
I thought you said Zack Snyder.
I did
I'm
too.
sorry.
I honestly did too.
Yeah, I
I
like
might
that
have.
would have been kind of cool.
I
would
really
love
like
to read
You know,
that.
here's the thing. We recorded this, so we could go back.
Whoa, we
Fact
can
check.
check the tape. No, but Scott Snyder, yeah, he's
I'm an
really
idiot.
he's
Scott
we
Steiner?
were talking about Snyder.
Holla if you hear me.
We were talking about
Big Papa
if
Pump.
he's kind of considered George the Animal Steel.
That's him eating the turnbuckle.
That's fucking great, dude.
All right. So anyway,
Um,
how do you come back from that?
but yeah, Snyder's
Okay.
considered like one of
So,
the.
but my example was, I was telling you about this. I can't remember if I mentioned it on the show or off the air, but what I was saying was how I read comics is I'll latch onto a run and read it and be like, that I like this version of Batman. And for me, that's like, I could go on and read the Tom King run. I know a lot of people don't like his run. I could read it, or I could just be happy with these characters are always reinvented, always, there's so many retcons and shit like that. Like, so my advice with that is just find a couple trades of a writer that you like and just follow that run.
Right.
Because that's how I enjoy comics, dude. I'm the same way. I don't buy comics weekly. Shit, I don't even buy comics monthly. Most of the time, I read my books digitally on my tablet because I have Comixology Unlimited. So I'll just pick up random books and read them that way.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, writers, artists, like the Walt Simonson Fantastic Four book. I'll buy almost anything Walt Simonson if he's doing the art because it's just fucking fantastic. But like Mark Grunwald is the writer. He was an editor at Marvel for a long time, but he's the writer who wrote most of the stuff that I liked with Captain America, like in the late '80s, early '90s, with like the Bloodstone hunt and shit like that. But yeah, I'm the same way. If it's Donnie Cates, I've gotten into a lot. Al Ewing, I'll read almost anything he writes because I know it's going to be good.
But to answer your original question about do I think the Batman rule exists? Absolutely. I think it's the same. I think Marvel has a similar rule with Spider-Man.
It makes sense, doesn't it?
Did have a rule with Spider-Man because Spider-Man and Batman, I look as the two tent poles of Marvel and DC. They're so much bigger than Marvel and DC.
Yes.
Like Spider-Man I think it's obviously, when I think of Marvel, I think of Spider-Man. When I think of DC, I think of Batman. Like those two. So you almost always have to have them involved in a comic book. Luke and I, we watched a lot of those DC animated movies.
Oh yeah.
And Justice League Dark, they just threw in Batman to have him in there to get some
it's the
normie.
same. Yeah.
Justice Society, World War II, an animated movie.
Yep.
They had Wonder Woman, but they threw in Barry Allen's Flash just to be like,
Lego sets are the same way. Like they have to have a Batman or a Superman.
Well, that brings me
they
back to
have
what I was saying earlier.
fallen down on DC Lego sets, dude. Get your fucking shit together, Lego. Give me some good Lego DC sets.
and that's been Tyler's Lego Rant of the Week. Brick by brick.
That brings me back
Brick
to what I
by
said
brick.
about
You gotta say it like that.
the movies is when it comes to
Sounds like a chicken.
DC, if you don't put Batman or Superman in it, most people aren't going to go see it.
No.
Like the only people that care about Blue Beetle, Booster Gold,
We'll see it, yeah.
shit like that is like people who know who they are like, fuck, DC's on the name. I'm
But
going to watch it.
but
Like
don't
back
you think-
when Marvel was like peak
Yeah.
before Endgame, you put Marvel Studios on a fucking movie, I'm going.
Yeah.
Hands down, I'm in.
And it
You
doesn't
don't
matter
even
what
have
the
to tell me-
character is.
You tell me
and
the
that
name
falls
of
in
the
line
movie,
with the movie
date,
star
I'm in.
shit. That somebody said, was it Scorsese that said there's no movie stars because of these?
Well,
People don't go to see the
No,
actors;
it
they go to
wasn't-
see the characters.
it was Tarantino who said it.
It's true.
Scorsese.
It's true. Did you go to see Captain Marvel because of Brie Larson?
I didn't
No.
see Captain Marvel. I mean, I watched it at home.
Sexist.
I watched it at home, but
Did you go to see either of the Avengers, the big Avengers movies? Did you go to see either one of them because of the actors involved, or because it
no,
was?
because it's fucking
The
the biggest team up in the
ever.
history
So
of comic book
Tarantino
films.
is not wrong. I'm sorry, everybody.
Well, neither is Scorsese, because Scorsese
No, he's
said they're
not.
amusement park rides, and they are.
Yeah.
That's what makes them fun.
He just
But
said it in
Universal
such a dick
Studios,
way.
But here's another
he was
example.
being a dick when he said it.
Here's another example of why the Batman rule doesn't.
That's another but
Bismarcky.
Now that's cinema. So anyway, the reason I think that rule also exists, you can go back to Snyder. When he did the fucking Dark Knight's Metal shit, the biggest thing coming out of that was a Joker dragon and then a Joker version of the Batman Who Laughs. Which, by the way, the Batman Who Laughs
Is a
was,
really cool character.
was in every fucking book for the longest time
Yeah,
at DC.
he was.
Because out of Dark Knight's Metal, they did this whole dark multiverse shit, and then that brought in they brought in the Punisher version of the Batman, and then not even that long ago, we have Flashpoint Beyond because we got to sync up with the Flash. So then they do Flashpoint Beyond, and guess who's the star of Flashpoint Beyond? Thomas
Batman?
Wayne.
Oh, wow.
Bam, bam, bam.
So what's really funny?
And I love Batman. I actually like the Flashpoint Batman too. I like all versions of Batman because Batman fucking rules. All right.
Thomas Wayne Batman would be so cool. I really wish that they would have fucking capitalized and had Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
What did they
as
do?
a
What if he's
Flashpoint
in
movie?
the Flash?
I'm hoping for it. I really am.
That
I
would
really
be
am.
really fucking cool, though.
Because
and
he's such a
Lauren
good
Cohan
character.
as the Joker,
Oh.
because she turns into the Joker.
Because
Well,
he's such a
I don't
good
think I'd be in this
actor.
movie, but we just made a better movie.
The Watchmen.
You're
the Watchmen,
fucking welcome.
The Watchmen is such a good movie
Where's the
because
check?
you want to hate this guy, but he's such a lovable character. The
Oh,
Watchmen-
Jeffrey
the
Dean Morgan.
comedian,
Yeah,
because it's Jeffrey
His-
Dean Morgan first of all,
he's
and
very
then the
charming,
fact that
yeah,
he's
yeah.
just like
Or-
which is why
Or like when
she
he's
goes back and lets him fuck her because he's such a charming piece of shit.
Well, that's also
Yes.
Alan Moore's writing. But
Yeah, but
anyway,
still, I'm just saying.
Alan
Jeffrey
Moore,
Dean Morgan.
and as far as I know, Alan Moore is not a woman.
he's not. Also, he's really great as being Negan too. Someone you're
Yeah,
supposed to hate
because
because
he's
he's charming.
He's
dude.
such a likable.
Well, that's
piece
what
of
makes
shit.
compelling villains is a reason to like them, but they're so despicable.
Another movie he's great in because he doesn't give a shit and he just is fucking around. Rampage. Because he's the bad. He's kind of like he's like the anti-hero. He starts out as the bad guy, but
So-
then becomes a good guy. But he is just yucking
That's
it
why
up, and it's amazing.
Marvel's been kind of hit and miss lately. But the two
We're way off topic.
two of the biggest blockbuster movies they put out was Thor: Love and Thunder, and then the Multiverse,
Right.
whatever.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Doctor Strange. Those two movies were so good because the bad guys were so fucking relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
so
Can I?
getting back to the topic, hold that thought, please. Don't.
I know. I got it. I got
Okay.
it. I don't know. What
Going back to the topic, what's interesting about that is that they do have, Didio said, like, if you have half your books about Batman and everybody wakes up one day and decides Batman is not the shit, then you're failing as a publishing
taking
house.
a wash on half
But
shit.
what's interesting about that is when a character does go off, and this happened in the early '90s with Marvel and shit. The Batman Who Laughs all of a sudden showed up in every book because they knew it would sell that
Yeah,
book.
that's what they did with Venom
In the
90s. Yeah.
fucking Punisher, fucking Darkhawk,
Venom.
Ghost Rider,
That's because the anti-heroes are so fucking cool.
Especially in the 90s.
Wolverine.
Because it's just like,
if you had,
I would crack.
yeah,
I'd fucking
yeah.
kill that dude.
Hulk when for a time Hulk was a guy that would like Spider-Man was another guy who would sell your book. But
Spider-Man
yeah,
always sells.
it's interesting that they're like there
When you
might be
put
those
two
rules.
big dudes in a crossover, you're obviously gonna sell.
But there might be those rules, but they don't really follow them because, right? I need to sell this book. Spider-Man can guess.
But it's a Batman rule, but it's
Why
also
else have team-up books?
but it's also we can cut that loophole because we're gonna make a Superman comic
Right.
with Batman in it.
right,
Well, yeah,
that's another thing
or
I was
that's what
going
they
to say.
did
Right,
World's Finest when they had Superman,
Yeah,
Batman.
right.
yeah.
Like okay, how are we saying a third? Like, are they actual bad titles, or does that
I don't-
say
I think it's
World's
bad titles.
Greatest
yeah.
with Superman and Batman? Does that go under the third or no?
I don't think so.
I
'cause
think
it's
it-
technically a
See,
Superman
that's a
comic.
way around
No,
it.
yeah, what I'm referring to is mainline just Batman. Because look, you could make an argument when Red Hood had his own series, Nightwing still has his own series,
But those would be technically Bat family
Batwing.
related.
but that's what I mean. I don't think that rule. The rule only applies to Batman himself.
No.
being in the book.
No,
to me,
he explained it
How
as
well- Batman
but
related.
how well do those books really sell, even with the Bat name on it or relation to Batman?
what was that
Do
Grant
you think,
Morrison
are you telling?
book?
So are you telling me they sell well because
Batman
there's
Incorporated?
Hold on. You're telling me? Are you saying that they sell well because there's the implication that Batman might show up in them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think any of those books are good, and I don't know why they make them.
I like Nightwing's.
That's fantastic. I really,
remember the
I
name of the
do
last
not
guy.
understand why Nightwing is such a fan favorite. Who are these
He's
fans?
the first Robin.
He's a funnier version of Batman.
Eh,
No, he's a more fun version of Batman.
eh.
I like.
If they made a Nightwing movie, you
You're
bet your
talking
ass
to a
I'd be there.
Marvel
Oh, yeah.
slut over here, so
It's because I like. Also, you don't like Dick Grayson. You don't like fun. I hate you.
Dude, I'm a Zac Efron fanboy, and I really want a Nightwing.
that
with
would be
Zac
cool.
Efron.
That would be cool because he's got the chops and he's got
He's
the
got the charm and the
but-
build. It's just,
but
I just feel
Tyler-
like he'd be good at that.
I think you're right. I think as I spelled it out and when I talked it, I'm like, yeah. There's that
I
always.
realized I was
But I
being a
also
complete
want Zac
dick.
Efron to be Two-Face in Robert Pattinson, Matt Reeves' version. I think that would be fantastic.
I want to give. Have you seen the Paperboy with John Cusack and Zac Efron and Nicole Kidman?
Nicole Kidman fucks the Paperboy. I'm just kidding.
I've heard of it. I know
It's
of
a
it.
fucking insane fucking movie, and
Zac
Zac
Efron
Efron's
is just
really good. Yeah,
I really enjoy Zac Efron.
you know why I like him the most is because when he talks about his like Disney days and whatnot, and the teen musical, High School Musical, he's like, I see that guy, I don't want to kick his ass.
Dude,
Like the rest of us
thing
do
that gets
too,
me
Zach.
the most about Zac Efron though is for whatever fucking reason, your main goddamn character is not going to sing the fucking theme song and the main songs in the fucking movie. It's a musical. Why not get a guy who can sing?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But they
Anyway.
in the
He had an interesting
the
Netflix
next
show.
movies.
Though.
The next movies he got that he sang, but I don't know.
All right. So that was an interesting topic, because I think that at a certain point, yeah, Spider-Man, and you're right with the other comment of the reason they're in all these stories, then they sell, is because people really are attached to that character and they want to know more about that character, whatever it may be. And I've said this to you before. That's why I say when you read comics, when people say I don't like to because of the continuity or this, that, or the other thing, I always say, well, just find a trade that sticks with you, like really latches. Like I love Snyder's run. For one of the many reasons I love Snyder's run is Snyder is a really good horror writer. And he leans into that with his Batman run. Like the Court of Owls and City of Owls,
That
on
gave me
paper should have been
nightmares.
stupid. Should have been stupid. But the execution
That
is
gave
so
me nightmares,
good.
dude.
His Joker talks about to Jim Gordon about how he sleeps under his mattress. And in that sequence, he's hearing that. He's also killing people, and you hear
Oh,
in
when he's
the
in the
dark.
GCPD.
Yeah, that's
and he's
Scott
snapping
Snyder.
dudes'
Yeah.
necks.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that was great.
So
Yeah, dude. It's,
and
it's,
that's a thing that caught on to me. And there's also I love Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns. I have it on my bookshelf. I love that book.
still a great book.
You know, that's the beauty of these characters.
And if you
is
got
can
if
have
you
all
got if you got 3 or 4 hours, man, go watch the animated versions because they're almost note for note.
segue. I've
And Peter Weller, RoboCop, is Batman in those.
Oh, those are fucking awesome.
yeah, they're almost.
Christopher Drake does the score for that
Okay.
animated movie,
Okay.
and the ending of the first part will make you. And this is for an animated movie. I wanted to fucking run through a wall. I was like, hell yeah! It was just like this
There's
big, epic
See,
swell.
Why
like,
can't
Yeah, it's
DC?
it's
universe
literally the
be
book
as good
come
as
to
the
life.
animation.
right.
I don't
The
get it.
animation has not missed a fucking
We've
beat.
all had the same thing, and I've been thinking about this since way before when Marvel was still trying to do animation before the MCU took off. They were doing like Doctor Strange and Iron Man.
They were doing anime too. Like
They were
Wolverine,
doing animated
Blade
movies. Yeah,
anime.
but they were trying to do what DC was doing because DC was doing it so well.
Yeah.
And then the MCU took off, and they're like, "Who
We don't
fucking
need animation."
cares?" DC has just quietly just enlarged their corner of dominance in that market.
I really
'cause they're
enjoy waiting on
so-
HBO Max because they always release it like a couple months late from when it comes out.
I don't
Like
know.
Super Sons, I watched that, and that was a very emotional fucking movie.
It could have been like the studio because all the they did an Iron Man and a Doctor Strange and a Thor movie,
it was,
animated
Hulk
movies.
versus.
Yeah, that was a different one, but yeah, they
No, but
did like.
that was a part of it too.
But they were all under Lionsgate,
Mhm.
and obviously Warner Brothers is a entertainment conglomerate, so you can find the best animators and all that.
yeah.
So that might be why. But
Well-
yeah, they've still. I mean, they all over Marvel on that.
But what
front,
I wanted to
all
say
over.
was what I wanted to say because with
although
HBO,
What If was pretty
with
fucking
HBO
cool.
Max sometimes
that was like the MCU title, so they obviously put a little bit more time into it.
Yeah, right.
So what I was trying to with
So that
HBO Max.
animation was so much
Jesus
better than the
Christ.
movies. Sorry, bud.
Can I talk?
Yeah, the Green Lantern animated
You
movie was
son of
like
a-
fucking hell yeah. Ryan Reynolds just ruined it.
Beat you with this microphone.
Gonna beat you with this.
There ain't
I'm gonna
no-
beat you off.
I'm gonna beat you with
you know what I'm gonna
this
do?
microphone.
Beat that beaver up. Wow. Oh, my Lord.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna beat you with that.
No,
There's a new song.
I've been trying to see. I mean, my kid is like not even a year old yet, but I'm trying to see if like it would catch his eye. And I went back and I've been just by myself. I was watching Batman Beyond a while ago, which I did not know that they had a Fantastic Four ripoff that was only 3 people, and I was like, oh, this is clearly a joke about the Fantastic Four. Anyway,
What were they called?
something 3. I can't remember off the top of my head, but
No, Batman Beyond was a really good.
Thoracic
was
3.
fantastic.
Anyway, I was watching a little bit of Justice League, and then I couldn't believe this because I was like, I could have sworn I had never actually sat down and watched the Superman animated series because everybody says it's as good as the Batman.
Well,
one.
they rebranded the animated Batman show as the New Adventures of Batman or whatever.
Because this came out
Because the art style had to kind of coincide with the Superman, which it kind of already did, but they
the Superman
modernized it a little bit more.
Yeah.
the Superman show started in '96, I think. So because the Batman show started in 93.
Brave and the
Because
Bold
the
is still
Unlimited,
my
the Justice League
favorite
was
show.
like 2001, I think,
yeah.
or ended in 2001, something like that.
Brave and the
anyway,
Bold's
but
best.
anyway, I went back and I've been watching Superman the animated series, and I watch it, and I'm dumbfounded because how do they not go back and look at what in the '90s what Bruce Timm and Paul Dini did with these and all these other writers did with these series because they
and then just
they
translate them to
they
live
didn't-
action.
They didn't
What the
make
fuck?
They're
these
done
stories.
so well.
These stories aren't necessarily for kids. Like they
No.
are and they aren't.
Oh,
but they take the characters so seriously in such a serious tone and has a lot of respect for the source material that it is authentic. And a lot of times when people say my definitive Joker is Mark Hamill's Joker, my definitive Superman is Tim. I can't remember his last name. The dude who voices him. You know who I'm
I know
thinking
what
of.
you're talking
But
They-
that guy,
they did a
Kevin
really good
Conroy,
job.
for fuck's sake.
They did a really good job at fucking casting in these shows
Yes,
too.
they did,
because
and they treated these actors took the material as a serious piece of art and not just a silly kid show. That's not what they.
because for a
what
really
they
long
did.
time when I'm watching anything DC animation, and if it's not those two dudes, because I was so in that world, if it was an animated movie and it wasn't them, I'd be like, that's not them. That's not
Yeah.
Batman. Because I do that now with like shows that I watch with my kid. Because like at some point in the show, the kid that they got to voice him hits puberty, and then
Yeah.
they either replace him or they continue. And I listen to it out of nowhere. I'm like, wait a minute, the fuck is this? Like
The fuck is this?
And then you're like, am I
that's what.
Crack cocaine.
Yes.
on it?
Am I crack cocaine?
No, it's like when they replaced Will Smith's Aunt Viv
Crack
randomly,
cocaine.
and everybody was just supposed to be okay with that.
Yeah.
right.
And
or
Viv.
when, what's her name?
The
Fucking,
daughter on Roseanne, Sarah Chalk, and
When they replaced, you might want to fact check me on this. But when they replaced Megan Fox with Kaylee Kuko, whatever it was,
Yeah.
pretty sure in a show that happened. You might want to
Are you thinking of 8
citation.
Simple Rules? Because I feel like she was in that the whole time,
I'm pretty sure.
or maybe she did after the pilot. I don't know.
I don't know. There's like
Wait, Megan Fox did have a show, but I can't remember the name of it.
there was. I'm pretty sure it was that show. It could be wrong, and it's just the same show with a different cast.
I think the name of it was.
I'll eat your ass.
was it called I Am?
Because
Was it
there's
called,
8 Simple Rules.
was it
There's
called-
Grounded for Life. There's like
Was it called
5 shows at the same time that were the exact same thing. Because there was the Wayans one, where
He's gonna steamroll you.
there was just so many different shows about parents having a hard
You know
time
what?
raising
All
their
those
kids.
shows were just like.
Pew pew quip. Pew pew quip.
Was it called I Am Weed?
No, that's Weeds.
The Megan Fox.
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
Anyway,
Which
Which
one
again,
is that?
real
Do we
no.
have
this one. Oh, it doesn't work.
Oh, fucking punk.
Yeah. What? Back to the show.
Back to the action.
How long have we been going?
About an hour.
All right, so let's.
We're not, no, we're not done.
Have a good week.
We're not done, you little bitch.
Yeah, I'm not here a lot, so this is a special episode where it's longer.
If you think we're done, you better
Which is
staple
surprising.
your
You're
ass
the
to that chair. What?
Wow. Put some glue on them cheeks. You're a third-time host.
Hell yeah.
Or third-time guest.
I'm like
When you do the 5th time, we'll do a 5 timers.
Yeah, just like SNL,
club, just like SNL.
We'll get you a robe
And
that
we'll
has
we'll,
OPOT
we'll
on
see
it.
if we'll
He's
see.
kind of look. He's smiling like I.
We'll
kinda
see if
want
we
it.
can't get Gomez to come into town. So
So
we'll
we'll
film
have
it.
2 5-timers.
No. Gomez will come in and be like, "Hey guys," and we're like, "Hey, get out of here," because he's not 5 timers
Yeah,
yet.
fuck him.
No, because
Okay.
that's part of the
I
sketch.
know.
There's some.
I'm on your
as
side.
long as I get myself a nice Jimmy on the rocks.
Who's Jimmy?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Jimmy Dean?
Yeah.
Jimmy
sausage
Dean.
water.
Sausage water on the rocks.
No, like a.
Sausage water.
My name was Hot Dog Water in high school.
That's the name of my next.
That's what I named my dog.
That's the name of Tyler's next album. Sausage Water.
Sausage water. Hot dog
It's a
water.
grunge album.
I am Sausage Water.
You ever feel like depressed, like you're in sausage water?
Ooh. If we write this song, I want the music video to be you working at a gas station and you have to clean the rollers for the hot dogs.
I could write a book about what you don't know.
Back to the action.
You love it.
That's the whole fucking video.
Sausage, water, and I'm feeling
You're just
kinda
fucking
hot.
pissed because you're working at a gas station cleaning the rollers off the sausage
And
rollers.
right at the end, a super hot, like 3 super hot babes, like a ZZ Top video, come and rescue me
And then
in
they
like
go,
an afterburner.
I love your sausage
hey,
water.
good looking. We're going to hop in.
Could you not call
We
me
want
that?
some of that sausage.
You want to take a dip in this sausage water?
Sausage water.
Ooh, it's
I
greasy.
don't want them taking a dip into me.
Sticky, greasy. Lovey dovey.
Oh, yeah, it's sticky.
What the fuck? Where did we go?
Because it's a sausage. And when I
Let's
eat
go.
sausage in the morning, I
All
like
right.
maple syrup.
That sounds good.
Like those little pancake, like,
Nice.
corn dog things.
Are we done?
Little like pink, like
Pigs in a pancake?
Yeah, pigs in a blanket.
Yeah, you know that.
Pigs in a pancake. Pigs in a pancake.
That's a small pig.
No, dude, it would be a
Or
sausage.
a really big pancake.
Sausage.
Yeah, sausage in the pancake. It's a pig in a
Dude,
pancake.
you know,
Dude, when I was a
girl
kid,
back in
I
high school
loved-
had a pet pig, and she
When
named
I
it
was a
Bacon.
kid,
Wait
I
a-
loved pigs in a blanket. When I was a kid, we'd go to Perkins, and that's what I would get every time.
My
They'd roll up the pancakes around the little sausage links, and I would put syrup on it and eat it just like that. I wouldn't
my
take out the
mother-in-law and
sausage down.
father-in-law met at Perkins. He
My-
was a cook.
But
she
that
My-
was
was
a
sick,
server.
and you got something
My
special.
adult self would have been like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude? Take those sausages out." What is that?
Cocaine.
Cool.
Not really. It's a soda. It's a Mountain Dew Pitch Black.
Which is a fucking fit tip. Which, remember when they did the contest between Pitch Black and Baja Blast? Be like, which one's going to stay for real?
It's like, if you want Baja Blast, just go to Taco Bell.
Yeah. And so then they left. But the whole point of it, I thought,
of it.
was to keep it in the regular rotation of Mountain Dew.
in my house.
Can I
They,
get
like,
that in a
as soon as that
2-liter?
contest was over, it was like, oh, we're just pulling it all from the shelves again.
Like, you fucking
What the
dicks.
fuck? What was the point of this
I guess I got to go to fucking
Obviously, it's
Guatemala
marketing.
and load up on motherfucking.
Trying to fucking get you to fucking buy it because you think
load
it's
up
going
on
away.
Pitch Black because that's where they, like when they send like
Like the
all the.
McRib?
Fucking Pitch Black. in my
Okay,
face!
so like all the Eagles Super Bowl championship shirts they have,
Yeah.
like they send all those to like third world countries, right?
I want
they
one.
don't sell them, right? But they don't sell them, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the Pitch Black. They got rid of all of it. They sent it to like third world. You just have to have an adventure.
Fuck, dude.
You have to
That's
have
a movie.
an Indiana
That's a
Jones
movie
type
title.
adventure. Pitch
A
Black.
dude
the
goes
movie
to,
is called Pitch Black.
The Adventure.
Pitch Black.
world.
Pitch Black Luke.
Whoa.
I'm
I
not in
just
this
fucking.
one.
No.
I've
Oh
done it
wait,
once
wait,
already.
wait.
Not again.
Hang on a second.
That's not right. That's kind of weird.
Everybody knows that we got beards.
Except for Luke.
I got a goatee.
It's the same fucking thing. Always got to be contrarian.
You guys want to hear George
No, we're
Hamilton
off there.
steal again?
Yes. I thought he had a sounder. That was horrifying.
I'll eat your ass.
He will not.
Hold on, it wasn't loud enough.
wish you would.
I'll eat your ass.
Look, he told me that you're gonna eat my ass.
You wish he
That's
would.
false advertisement.
Nice.
Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.